Tell me, Ray, what are you so happy about?
I'm not happy, man. I'm singing the blues. I'm singing about people suffering.
Oh, you see, when my people suffer, they call it sores.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, when you got the blues, you sing, but when you got sores, you krijgt.
Well, what's a crack?
See, a krijgt is a groan. It goes like this. Oy, wees mir.
You mean like...
Oh, boy. Wait a second. That was no krijgt, that was a jifke. Wait a second. I think right now you're ready for me to show you how to really sing the blues. I know you're considered the greatest blues singer in the world, but everybody could stand a little improvement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand it.
Now, follow me carefully, and you'll make a real fantastic blues singer.
All right.
I got the blues in the morning. That was close. I got the blues most every night. I think you're getting voice.
Oh, sorry.
I got the blues every time my baby don't treat me right. Oh. Now tell me the truth, Ray. How do you like the way I sing the blues?
Man, that's source.
We hope you enjoyed that show. We had a great time taping the show and working with such great entertainers. And I think, looking back now, that one of the things that gave the show the surprises a lot was that sometimes you tune in and you find young performers just starting up.
You've never seen before, yeah.
Never seen before. But on this show tonight, we had two performers that really at the top of their form.
I think it's probably, as a live performance on tape as it was done, was probably one of the best presentations of Ray Charles that was done in that time, because the exciting part was Nelson Riddle's orchestra, one of the great orchestras of all time.
Yes, Nelson Riddle backed him up. It seemed to be shot well. It seems contemporary. And what I really liked, it was fun, working with Ray Charles, number one, had a great sense of humor. You could put him in any situation, and he would ever say, no, I can't do that. No, just put me in front of the piano. He would do anything for you. And to have him set up, like in the finale, do the musical setups for each of the skits, I thought it was just a thrill to see him. I mean, that's quality setting up. That's real quality. And then, as we said, Jackie Mason coming out there at the top, at the very top of his form. He moved, he related to the audience. I think young comics, if there's any young comedians out there, you watch that performance, tape it or whatever, and see those are the skills you really have to get.
That was about a 9-minute piece, one of the best stand-up pieces I've ever seen him do. Jackie Mason was a big fan of the Smothers Brothers. I remember coming back in Las Vegas, he came back and he says, I don't know how you guys do it, but you do it good. I've never seen anything like that before, but I hope I don't do it again. And he was and every time we worked with Jackie Mason or Jackie Leonard, by the end of the week, we were going, hey, you little cocker. We just started talking like Jimmy Durante and everybody was doing Jackie Mason at the time, and one of the best stand-ups. And, you know, if he'd had a brother, he'd have been so much better.
How good could they be if it takes two comedians to do one show? You notice when I work alone. I don't hire partners. Once a guy needs a partner, I know he's got no talent. Didn't hurt my career. I don't want to lie to you. It didn't help me either. I would say it stayed about neutral. It was a lot like sweeping up in the kitchen. Doesn't help your career, doesn't hurt, but it just cleans the floor. Everything you do doesn't have to help or hurt your career. I did it because I knew these were two Gentiles out of work, so I figured I'll help them out a little. They said things that made some people disturbed, some mad. They weren't exactly totally conformist in their thinking. They were Saturday Night Live 25 years before Saturday Night Live. And everything you see that's offbeat or weird or crazy on Saturday Night Live today is very acceptable because we live in a different world than we live in those days. Those days, if you're even slightly nonconformist, you look like a revolutionary.
And what about Chuck Braverman?
Chuck Braverman's piece caused more controversy, more talk. His first piece he did for the Smothers Brothers was history of America in 3 minutes, very fast, kinetic, very fast cuts. Yeah. And then at the end of '68, we asked him to put together for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour a recap of 1968 and all the things that happened, a very disturbing year.
Well, American Time Capsule, I think Tom will back this up, garnered, when they were beginning to have some critical problems with CBS and the press and the anti-war movement, and so they needed a little positive boost, and American Time Capsule garnered the largest positive mail response that they had had up to that time. So there was a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy, and everybody knew something was happening. And so, of course, we had to do a follow-up. And the logical thing to do, it seemed to me after doing the history of the United States, this was now November of '68, and 1968 was a milestone year.